Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. Very happy to have you here with me for this one because I'm going to be sharing with you a concept that I use all the time. In fact, I have so much fun with this that literally I get lost for hours playing these kind of things. And this is really inspired by one of my favourite players, John Mayer. In fact, one song in particular has really inspired this lesson. I basically stole it. It's something about Olivia, and it's in the key of G, and he's playing these really cool riffs and licks around the whole thing. So I'm going to share with you a little progression that's similar to that, not as difficult as John Mayer's, but we implement a lot of those ideas that you can take into your playing and hopefully have a lot of fun with as well. And by the way, I'm saying riffs and licks, not refs and licks. I'm getting a lot of abuse about my accent these days. I know I'm a little hard to understand if you're not from this side of the pond, but you know, there is the CC buttons in the subtitles, so hopefully you can understand me. If I start speaking differently right now and more clearly like this, then that would be even weirder, I think. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep to myself. Anyways, let's get into the lesson. So first of all, let's break down the progression. We've got a basic G, C, and D progression here, right? But we're going to do a lot of cool things with them. So we've got like 2 bars in G, 2 bars in C, another 2 bars in G, then 1 in D, 1 in C, 1 in G. We'll finish it off with 1 in D before getting back to it again. So that is it. G, C, G, D, C, G, D. Alright? So, we know the chords, and now what we want to do is mix and mash some riffs and licks with those chord shapes. So, I want you to visualise this scale run, right? We've got the G here, and we're going to slide right in to shape 3 of the pentatonic scale. So the notes we would have would be 3, 5, 6, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7. And we could even extend that up a little bit to 8 and 9. And you can do a lot of that. But what we're going to do is this. Alright, so you'll see what I'm doing firstly is I'm playing G like this, a little bit weird. And that is because it's easier for me to slide that 3rd finger up. Now I could do it like this. Naturally, my finger just keeps on coming back here. So I'm playing G like this. Your middle finger on the A, 3rd finger on the low E, my pinky on the high E. But if you want to play like this, that's totally cool as well. Doesn't really matter. So I'm going 1, like that, and then I'm sliding my 3rd finger up to 7, 5, 7 on the A, and then back to 5. Just build up some muscle memory with that, nice and slow. Okay, so the second time we do it, we're going to stop there. And we're going to come down this way, right? We're going to go 7, 5, 3 with my 3rd finger, so that brings me nice into the C chord. Now you've got options in the C chord. You could play the exact same lick from here by sliding from 3 up to 7, 5, 7, 5, but this time on the D string. Or I could do something in the C chord. here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little lick in the C chord here to start with my middle finger, hammer on the D, again the D, hammer on 2 in the G, open, back to 2. Then the second time, I'm going to do that, slide up to 7, 5, 7, 5, and then this time I'm going to come back in the G, 7, 5, 3. So let's have a little recap of what we've done so far. Now we're into the final 4 bars, so I'm just going to play them through and then I'm going to break down exactly what I'm doing. Alright, so when we get to this bit, on the last E that we played, we're then going to do this. And this whole bit's got tones of Sweet Home Alabama, which is that kind of thing, right? And this is exactly what they're doing. We've got a D, a C, the A shape on the 7th fret, and then the 5th fret, that's your D, and that's your C. And when you've got this shape, you've also got shape 1 pentatonic right across from it. You're in that shape. So you've always got these little notes that you can play with. And so we've got this lick from 7 to 9. And I get that note again. And then the D chord. And then 7 to 9 on the A, then 7 to 9 on the D, but also getting the strings underneath it, or the G underneath it. And then again back to 7 and 9. And I'm also doing the same thing with the D there, getting, or the A, sorry, getting the D underneath it. And then, so with the getting into the D, the C chord, sorry, I go 5, that little chromatic run, 5, 6, 7 on the A, and then the C, and then hammer on from 5 to 7. Now you're getting the blue note on A, back again, then blue note on the E, which is the 6th fret, then 5. So you're just playing the same thing there. So you've got and then back to the G, and then a D7 or a D. There you have it. So let's have a little playthrough and see how it all sounds together. And there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you had fun. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.